Doing a live this morning, but a customer ordered a slide overnight, and so I'm just going to package it up and get it ready to mail off and make some coffee. Enjoy a bit of the morning first. Oh, let's see, what shall we do for the video? Good morning, Murky. Not too bad, not too bad. Wasn't planning on doing a live this morning, but someone ordered a slide, so I figured I'll do a live while I wrap it up. Let's see. There we go. We can make that the image today. Set it to playlist. While the pot on slide, which I'm seeing in white slide. Oh, this here? Just a little novelty we give away. Well, we used to. We ran out of them, and I'm trying to find a cost-effective company so I can keep giving them away. We used to stick them just in the slide boxes. And we gave most of them out at SHOT Show back in January, but we still had a few left, and well, now we're running very low, and the original company that we had ordered them from... Oh! You mean down here? Yeah, they upped the price by like $20, and I was like, see if we can find somebody cheaper. If not, we'll probably order through them again, but... Oh, it's just a design aesthetic for the slide. Technically, it offers some place for gas to expel, but that's most primarily the front ported windows. It's also a kind of, haha, look what we can do, because we're using 17.4 stainless steel. Whereas other businesses using 416 or less typically can't. Kind of like, I have an old... Where is it? Oh, here we go. I have an old flash slide still around. And we can be a bit more aggressive with the windows that we're doing because it's 17.4. Yeah, I like the flash. That was our first slide we ever made for sale. It's on hiatus now. It's, as you can imagine, it's a lot harder to make than, say, the Viper. All the extra deburring work, there's potential issues for paint runs with how it is. So if we ever bring it back, it'll be, well, commensurate with the cost and the time it takes to do it. Because something like the Viper doing deburring and finishing work, it's a lot easier with the type of window it has. And I did get to pick up my PSA frames yesterday, so that was nice. But I was not paying attention when I ordered them and realized that the full-size frame is actually a full-size S. So instead of being designed for the Glock 17, it's more designed for the Glock 19X. Which, slightly disappointing, but also still kind of cool because that frame feels a lot better than the standard compact for the 19. Especially if you have a bigger hand. But that also means now I still got to go out and get another 17 frame from somewhere. Oh, let's go grab some coffee real quick before I start wrapping up this slide. Okay, now while that's brewing, let's start on this, I suppose. We used to do the Raptor cut on the muzzle a long time ago, about two and a half years ago. I might still have one with it around. But that was the kind of design feature on another business's slide, and so we stopped doing it. Oh, and I just realized my optic cover is still on. One moment. There we go. All fixed. Okay. Let's get you all wrapped up. Good thing to do if you're ever wrapping a slide and you're using bubble wrap, make sure to tuck some of the bubble wrap into the undercarriage of the slide. And we got a little bubble wrap roll. Grab my tape. I left it all the way over here for some reason. There we go. Morning coffee. When I picked up that order for Palmetto State Armory, each one of their orders comes with a sticker, and we kind of want to go back to getting that done sometime. Get some die-cut stickers to go with our product. We'll definitely have to get some swag for when we go to SHOT Show again in next January, 2026. There we are, all taped up. Thank you guys for the likes. Hey, we're up to 743 on the subs. That's awesome. Once we hit 1K, we'll be doing that giveaway. We'll be giving away a Viper slide. So that white one right there, just not sure what color we're going to do yet. Maybe we'll do it in camo. Maybe we'll do it in lightning stencil. I don't know. We haven't decided. Oh, there we are. Get you out of here. All right. Let's get you in here. Hey, Danny, how are you? Just one of our camo turbo slides on a PSA full-size S frame that we picked up the other day. And as I'm realizing, people moved stuff on my desk. I'm having trouble finding stuff. Where, oh where? There we are. Got my polymer bag. Oh, well, thank you, Danny. Greatly appreciated. We actually make these slides. I'm prepping one for shipping right now. Okay, now let's cut a little bit of this off. Actually, I want to use the different paper. Good morning, Paul. There we go, we'll use that paper. That other paper is really good for packaging. But I just need some stuffing here. There we go. Yep, we mill those slides at a 17.4 stainless steel in a bar like this one over here. Mill them down into slides, clean them, sand them, Cerakote them, QC them, wrap them, box them, get them ready for shipping. Just a small company operating out of Arizona. Hey, FE Ordnance, how you doing? There we go. A little bit of tape. There'll be more of that. Okay, now that that part's done. Yeah, check out stifflermanufacturing.com. I'll also send you the link to all of our social medias and websites and stores and whatnot. There you go. That's our link bio. That has everything, our Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Rumble, Twitter, eBay store, website, and some of our affiliates too. So like RB Tactical Market, he sells some of our old slides and some of our discontinued colors. We also sell slides off to distributors and vendors like Delta Team, MMC Armory, Davidson. And a few local shops in Arizona, the Hub in Tucson, Mesa, and Lakeside, and Serious Arms in Prescott. I really should do like a search of who all sells our slides online. I think it does, but it might need some sort of slight modification, like changing out backplate. Not 100%. I think it's the same frame, though. I think the 22 and the 17. I haven't tested it yet, so if someone else knows for sure, let us know. If you're switching from like Gen 3 to Gen 4, does 22 have a Gen 5? I don't recall. And if it is from Gen 3 to Gen 4, you might need an adapter plate because of the recoil spring assembly. But yeah, it's something you can do. Like, I've seen someone take our Glock 19 slides and put them on a Glock 45. From Gen 3 to Gen 5. And they didn't have to do much. They changed out, I think, the slide release, and they changed out the back plate. Kind of same thing from like a Glock 19 to a 19X. Or Gen 3 to Gen 4 and up to Gen 5. I know the 17 fits on a 47. So yeah, as long as it's the same frame style, it should fit, in theory. Glock is like Legos. Okay, where are we sending this slide off to? North Carolina, by the looks of it. We also do our slide exchange program. So for those of you who have a slide you don't like anymore, or if you had some sort of issue with a previous manufacturer, reach out to us and we'll consider swapping your slide for one of ours at no cost. I mean, well, the only cost would be you mailing it to us, and then we'd mail you one of ours. If we approve. We don't always approve. It's on a case-by-case basis. Like, we had one guy who clearly purposely damaged his slide. It looks like he took a hammer to it. We were just like, no. I've seen them become interchangeable. It might be different for each different model, but I've seen 19s and 17s swap to Gen 5 from Gen 3. Only if you live in the district of Sheila Jackson Lee's, Auntie. I don't know. How much ever a Switch costs, I guess, plus your time. Personally, I think Switches are kind of for retards who can't shoot, but, you know. Not to say you couldn't utilize it as a good tool. The thing is, I used to be a machine gunner, and I'm all about the expenditure of ammunition, but you got to know how to control it. And from a lot of the videos I'm seeing, a lot of people don't know how to control their switches. Which means they likely never spent any time at the range just doing regular range practice, mastering the fundamentals on marksmanship. What is today? That said, I don't believe they should be banned. Same thing as the bump stock. I think the bump stock's stupid too. But I don't think people really train with it. I think they use it as a gimmick, as a range toy, to pretend they're good. But I don't see a lot of people putting in the practice. At least in regards to the Switch, or a G-Flex, or FRTs, binary triggers, any of that. There's not too many content creators with them actually putting in the work. A lot of it's just like, oh, hey, look, I can shoot fast. Do you have any Glock 26 Gen 5 slides? No, but after we've had some discussions with some vendors, after the 43, we may start working on the 26. Oh, yeah, no, the ATF sucks. They don't want you to have anything. The ATF is a law enforcement branch wishing it was a legislative branch. People never even went through the paperwork to carry a full automatic. Well, there's that too, yeah. You may thank my recruiter, and please put laxatives in his food if you find him. Nah, he's actually alright. He's a pretty honest recruiter, all things considered. I mean, he flat out told me, he's like, you know what, I have no idea what some of these MOSs are. He's like, let's go look this stuff up. He knew all the regular ones, you know. Infantry, armor, supply, all the regular stuff. Oh yeah, we're working on a 43. Actually, I have a 43 frame somewhere near here. Let's see. Yep, here we go. It's a 43 we're going to be testing on, along with an SCT frame and a Glock OEM frame. And we have already changed our labels to include the SM43. So the 43 is coming, just not 100% sure when. We're working on it. There we are. Okay, now I need the shipping label. And let's match the shipping label with the packing slip. Yep, that's correct. Papa's Pew Pews, what's going on? All that said, like if you want to get a switch, by all means, get one. Just my recommendation is practice basic marksmanship first, get good at it, and then make sure you get the ammo and go to the range to practice. And if you can't go to a local range, find a place where you're allowed to shoot, like Bureau of Land Management land, any sort of government land where you're allowed to go out and shoot. Sansi, you do not need to be clean here. This is the Stiffmeister's lair. Stiff Nation up in here. Guten Morgen, mein Stiffmeisters. That's right, Stiffler's a German name. Lavoy taught me to stay away from BLM land. What's going on there, man? Why stay away? Though, of course, I'm in Arizona, so I am privileged in the fact that my state doesn't give a fuck about guns. You want to have guns? They don't care. Just stiff it right. Oh, fuck, Sandy. Fluffy Bunny Arsenal, what's going on, brother? And for those of you just joining us, we are doing a giveaway once we hit 1K subs on our YouTube page. We're going to give away one of our slides. Yeah, I wasn't planning on doing a live this morning, just somebody ordered a slide, and I figured what the heck, while I wrap it up and while I do all the admin BS for it, might as well do a live. We also got to start figuring out SHOT Show plans, because we're going. We're not going to Goals, and we did not get to go to GunCon, but we are going to SHOT Show 2026. And that is coming up in like 5-6 months. Oh yeah, it's just the lighting. It makes it look orange. It's actually habanero red. But we do have an orange on the website called Hunter Orange. You bought your kit in Arizona, my glorious state. Speaking of which, if you go out to BLM land or whatever government land to shoot, bring trash bags with you. Fucking pick up your trash. Filthy fucking animals. Like, we need more reasons for anti-gunners to be against us. Don't be dirty. And I'll call you out on it, too. If you're a filthy, disgusting animal, I will call you out on it. What the fuck is wrong with you? If your mother didn't raise you right, that is not the rest of our problem. Don't mess up our environment. That's the land we get to shoot on. Take care of it. And we're having that happen here, too. People are trashing our desert, and they're saying, you know what? This section of BLM land is now closed to shooters. And then they post up frickin' game wardens and park rangers and sheriffs out there. And then they go and frickin' ticket people. If you're going out into the desert or the woodlands or whatever to shoot, take a trash bag with you. It's not hard. Heck, I shoot over a tarp. And I just pick up the tarp and, hey, look, I got all my brass. Got all my shotgun holes. Good to go. Of course, also, if you're planning on shooting out in the middle of nowhere, bring other stuff with you, like water, food, a table, medical supplies, a fire extinguisher. Don't be like California. Stop setting the forest on fire. Won't let you shoot in the ashes. Yeah, they'll probably keep it closed for a little while, unfortunately. Same thing happens here. Though we get fire warnings fairly easy, all things considered. There we go, all packaged up. Slap a Fragile sticker on it. If you get that joke, good for you. Brookside, how are you doing? And a final bit of tape over the seal seam, because I don't trust it. Stuff happens. We've severely changed how we did our shipping from how we first used to do it. So, some of it just, to placate scammers and then, shipping for distributors and vendors. But some of it was just lessons learned. Like, okay, that was not a good way to ship that. But they get wrapped in bubble wrap, they get put in a hard case, they get put in a polymer bag, taped up, sent out. And some people tell us it's a little excessive, but it's like, look, man, do you want your slide to get all scuffed up traveling through USPS? No, you don't. Clear plastic and a stamp. Which sadly, I think we were having this conversation in last night's live, that there's some businesses and some eBay sellers that won't ship to certain cities or won't ship to certain states, even if their product's legal, because they've been dealing with too many shipping issues or too many scam issues from certain areas. Like, I know more than a few that won't ship to Illinois, primarily because of Chicago, but yeah, it is what it is, unfortunately. Fire started right where I used to go shooting. Does Arizona have a lot of forest, or is it mainly just arid? Depends on where you are in Arizona, Brookside. So, like, right where I'm at, it's desert, but it's got vegetation, right? It's like we've got mesquite trees and all kinds of other stuff, cacti. But then there's certain areas of desert where you reach where it's literally just sand and cracked wasteland looking areas. But then if you go north, you'll reach an area where there's a river passing through Arizona. It's a dry river most of the time. But once you get past that, you start seeing hills and trees, and then you get mountains and woodland. You keep going further north, you're going to get a whole forest. So Arizona changes based on where you are. Bank freeze your account for a holster? For eBay or PayPal? Because I know PayPal's been doing that shit. No, man, I remember Georgia. I remember Georgia. Fuck that. Oh, the Superstition Mountains? Yep. I've shot out there. God damn you, Amazon. So every now and then we get people ask us, hey, will you accept PayPal? And we won't. We will not accept PayPal as a method of payment. And the reason for that is when we first started, we had competitors and peers who were doing the same kind of business we were doing. And they warned us flat out, hey, PayPal has frozen our account. Like, they're not paying us the money we're owed. And they literally held on to thousands of dollars that customers had bought product, and PayPal just wasn't paying them. And PayPal has rules against selling gun parts and accessories. So we won't do it because, especially when we first started as a business, holy crap. Like, eBay held on to our money for like 2 or 3 months until they started seeing that we were a regular seller, and the reason they do that is they don't want new accounts popping on to scam people. So they hold on to your funds for the first few months. They take forever to pay you out, but once you establish yourself as a seller, then they start paying you weekly. And it's like, okay, good. But when you're a new business and you're trying to get people to buy your product, they don't go to your website. We still struggle to get people to go to the website. I have regular customers that know we have a website but still buy from eBay. Because people like eBay, but eBay is also kind of anti-gun. Like, I can't sell our threaded barrels on eBay. They won't allow it. It's against their rules. But I can sell them on our website. Amazon's kind of the same way. We could probably get away with selling certain things on Amazon, but there's a whole host of crap we can't sell on Amazon. That's why it's a real shame that Native Gun went down. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Native Gun, but they were basically trying to become the gun version of eBay and Amazon. With better fees too, because like eBay takes 13.6 up to 30% of your sale. So if you guys are shopping on eBay regularly and you have a particular seller you like, consider Googling them to see if they have a website. Because our website only takes 4% plus some extra fees, whereas eBay takes 13.6 up to 30%. Awesome, Brookside. Yeah, let us know how it works out, and if there's any issues with it, whatever, just reach out to us. We're not SIG. If there's a problem, we will fix it. Because we know shit happens sometimes. Yep. I'm still annoyed about SIG. Rebel Spirit, what's going on? And it's not so much like I like their P365. We have one. It works just fine. And I have an M17 from when I got back from my deployment. It's mine. I own it. I just never really carried it around. It was something. It was a unit commemorative gun that we all picked one up, and it's got the unit patch on it, and whatever. Just it was a memento. But I did take it to the range and shoot it and showed it off, and now it's just like, oh, cool. So I can't carry this around at like gun events. Great. Yeah, we have a pretty good QC, but I mean, there's always. That's what I try to tell you. There's no one is ever 100% perfect. I mean, take a look at SIG. But there's always a chance for human error. So if something happens, just contact us. We'll fix it. There's always a chance for machine error, too. Maybe a tool wore out. Like, I knew a buddy who bought an OEM Glock that did not function properly. Like, stuff happens in the machining process. Somehow, through QC and through changing parts, somehow Glock missed it, and he got a pistol that did not cycle properly. And Glock just fixed it, because they're like, okay, yeah, we got this for you. We'll fix it. Welcome to California, you fucked up. Oh, no worries, man. I end up taking calls quite a bit. Oh, I just sold another slide. Okay. Good news for me. Let's see, I'd already just mailed that one off. Alright. Do I have this one here, or is this at the shop? One moment. Let me go check my slide drawer. Well, cool. You guys can listen to me wrap up another slide. Which means this live gets to stay on a little bit longer. Have any of y'all tried out any Rock Island shotguns? No, I can't say I have, but I do want to get a Rock Island 1911. I've shot plenty of 1911s. I just have never owned one. That's kind of sad. There we go. Where do you source your upper parts kit from? Are they third party or OEM? Third party through SCT Manufacturing. And they all, that same company that makes the SCT frames. Because that's just, our shop's not set up for so barrels, we get our barrels through ELD Performance. Our parts kits are through SCT Manufacturing. The slides are all us. Selling, awaiting shipment. Yeah, I know, I'm tracking all orders. Let's take a look at that original listing. Okay. Check, 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 check. Okay, that is the right one. Okay, good. Where's my other light? I need some light. I need even more light. Okay, there we go. That M81 and Tiger Stripe looks good. Oh yeah, man, I love those ones. Actually, the Tiger Stripe one, I kind of want to do an orange one of it. Maybe we'll call it Tony. 2 on the nose. Yeah, the camo ones are doing pretty well now. And got to give props out to Tactical Penguin, because that's where we get the stencils from. So, if you guys ever want to do your own Cerakote work, check out Tactical Penguin. Cool dudes. Okay, where are we sending this one off to? Hey, we're sending this one to Washington. All right. Actually, we get lots of questions from Washington. Will you ship to us? Yes. Our slides are legal in all 50 states. We even ship to some of the territories. The only place we won't ship is American Samoa, and that's because they've made 9mm illegal there. And our slides are for 9mm. It's like, while the slide itself is not illegal there, we just don't feel like opening up any issues. Because that's kind of like what happened to other businesses, right? Like, heck, look at Polymer 80. They just got sued by cities that are just like, your product is contributing to this, and it's like, okay. Unfortunately, that happened before the precedent established by Smith & Wesson v. Mexico and the ruling from the Supreme Court. I want to check out that little Rock Island 38 I've been seeing. Parrot with a thumper. Yeah, I'd check out the 30. Is it Rock Island from the Philippines? There we go. Gonna get you all wrapped up nice and pretty. What is the most, I guess, proven or reliable aftermarket Gen 3 frame? Good question. I mean, each of them has some sort of quality control issue, some kind of quirk. Not all the time, mind you. Sometimes you'll get a frame and it's perfectly fine. But you've got to check for them. Like even PSA that people are very popular with because of the price. Sometimes there's a burr, or sometimes you have to polish the rails. Occasionally, SCT has been slightly out of spec, and it's fixable. You know, sometimes you got to sand something. Let's see, who else? I'm unfamiliar with Geisler. I know our customers say our slides work well on them. I'm unfamiliar with Grit Grips. I've seen our slides on them. Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's always a little bit of extra finishing work you can do. And honestly, polishing your rails isn't a bad idea. Hey, Yukon, how are you? So we are Stiffler Manufacturing, and we take bars of 17.4 stainless steel, and we mill them down into slides like this. Then we clean them, sand them, Cerakote them. And this build I have here is a Stiffler Manufacturing SM19 Turbo Slide in Camo Cerakote with a Siley Optics Wolf X Pro Red Dot, an ELD Performance Barrel, an SCT Manufacturing Upper Parts Kit, and a Palmetto State Armory Dagger full-size S-frame. Oh, and of course Glock OEM front and rear sights. Make sure I shut my red dot off. There we go. You know, people keep asking us if we do a CZ, and to be honest, I have not shot a CZ in years. I don't own one. And I'm very unfamiliar with the modern CZ market. Like, are people trying to modify their CZs? I honestly don't know. Oh yeah, definitely. Just check out our website, stifflermanufacturing.com. I can also post the link to all of our social media and other websites and stuff. There you go. For the Gen 3 22, no we don't, but I think the 17 fits on the 22. Currently we make stuff for the Gen 3 19 and the Gen 3 17, and we are working on the 43. So I wonder if it'd be worth it making an optic-ready CZ slide. That said, this is the big factor. Is it still under copyright? Is the slide still patented? If it's still patented, we can't make it. There's just certain things, like it's like some people asked us if we could do a Desert Eagle. No, it's still under patent. We can't touch it. Yukon, we do offer a slide exchange program. So if you have a Glock clone or a Glock OEM slide that you no longer like or have issues with, reach out to us and we may consider trading your slide for one of ours. The only cost to you would be mailing it to us. We've done that for a few people, for some clones. We've also done it for some OEMs. And I'll be honest, it helps us out too. This gives us an opportunity to evaluate and measure other slides to make sure we are staying in spec. And to make sure our product is good. So we do get something out of it, but we're happy to help people get back to the range by doing a slide swap on a case-by-case basis. Okay, so the P10 might be a viable option. I guess the question is we have to find out if it's legally viable. Because if it's still under copyright, we can't touch it. Go grab another polymer bag. Okay, here we are. Another polymer bag. Get some more bubble wrap. Get some paper in a second. There we are. So regarding the CZ, what that could be is that they're taking, like what people do with some Glocks, is they're taking an official slide and they're modifying it after the fact. And that's okay. But if we take a bar of steel and turn it into a CZ, that's a problem. Because effectively what the first option is they're doing finishing work. They're doing custom milling work. And if there is some sort of warranty on your slide, you've just voided it by doing that. But if there's no copyright, then we could take bars of steel and mill them into clones with our own design features on it. What do I think of Siley? So far, the Wolf X Pro works just fine. I haven't tried the EDG yet. I still got to do an unboxing video at some point. But I do need to actually torture the Siley optics. So I've taken the Wolf X Pro and I have done some drop testing on it. I've dropped it at chest height directly onto the optic, and it's still running fine. You could use a little more torture testing, though. Bubble wrap. So the P10 is known for being very close to a Glock Gen 3. If you break down the slides, anyhow, they are extremely similar to a Glock, so maybe it's their copy of a Gen 3. Kind of like the Ruger RXM. Which yes, we can confirm our slides do fit on Ruger RXMs. And they will fire. Thank you, Flying Rich Firearms. He was able to test that out for us. I mean, I can find out. I'll have to do some research, but I can find out. Let's take a look at the CZP-10 here. Okay. Interesting. Maybe the undercarriage is the same, but definitely not the top. The S is a subcompact, the C is a compact. What do we have? Oh, optics ready options. F competition size. God damn. Yeah, it's not being very specific. This is going to require more research. Yes, thank you, AI. I don't care. In relation to copyright and patents. Let's see. The CZP-10 is not in the public domain in its entirety. Modern design patents is a relatively modern firearm design between 2014 and 2017. Patents usually expire at the 20-year mark. Yep, so probably can't touch the P10. Maybe we can do the slide. Where's what listed? These slides specifically? Back to taping. Yeah, I gotta look into more legalities of it. But if it's still under copyright, we just can't touch it. We can be reached out to at sales@stifflermanufacturing.com, or you can reach us on our website. I imagine the Walther has a lot of history. It's been around for a minute. There we are. And let's get a Fragile sticker on the front. Stay dangerous. What's going on? Doing it live because people just bought some slides, so I'm doing some shipping. And if you guys are looking for some of our older slides or some of our discontinued colors at a discount or some of our blems, check out RB Market on our link bio. He sells on eBay and some other stuff too. So like he sells our slides, but he also sells like collectibles and militaria. Man's got some military gear on there. Patches, uniform items. Funko Pops, trading cards, old toys, new toys, and gun parts. Okay, here we are. Let's check the shipping label, mailing label, and let's check the packing sheet. Let's see here. Yep, same and same. All right, this slide going off to Washington. Don J, what's going on? Don J's participated in one of our slide swaps. Hey, Don J, what was wrong with that Leo Precision Cub slide that you were talking about? I might need a 26 just to screw around with. So they might say yes to that one. That's a funny, email. All right. Oh, let's see. It wooden chamber rounds, and I tried on a P80 frame and an OEM frame. No avail. Interesting. Yeah, they were having problems not being in spec. Especially near the latter half of the business. Okay, let's get this put in here. And unfortunately, their customer service was kind of subpar. I just think some of the people, they just really didn't know how to deal with people. Yeah, they would do that. They would block people. It's unfortunate that we worked with them at one time. They used to be a lot better. And they still made some, quality stuff at one time. Some really cool designs. The symmetry is really great. Just, things went south after a little while. And then they sold the business, from what I understand, to someone else. And so now their slides are still being made. Some of them, anyway. Just under a different brand. Okay, there we are. Don't need that, don't need that. We can delete that. That can stay. Okay. Yeah, they even got into a flame war on Twitter, as I recall. Something about having a slide issue, and then they stopped posting on Twitter. There we go. All right, 2 slides ready to ship. Yep, those are individuals. Keep a few slides at the house, a few different models, in case somebody orders something while I'm at the house. I can just drive up to the post office and drop them off. Let's see, what are we at? 745 subs, that's awesome. 255 to go. Well, I'll still keep the live going. Ask any questions you guys like. I'm just going to start getting packed up. Got to take these off to the post office. And then I got to go in the shop later. So feel free to ask what you like. I'll still be here for a bit longer. Any of those going to California? Oh, hold on. I got to go take a call. I'll be right back. Okay, cool. Sorry about that. Got a work phone call. What were you saying? Any of those going to California? No, I got one going to Washington, and the other one is going to North Carolina. Yesterday we sent some out to Texas, Tennessee, and also North Carolina. Oh, and Florida. Do, do, do. All right, let's take a look here. Okay. Okay, right on. You had mentioned that you have a slide that works on the Ruger RXM. Yes, we do. All of our 19 slides. Though technically what was tested was the SM19 helmet, but if the helmet fit on it, then so are the others. Yeah, I do believe so, Don. Hey, message me on Instagram so your message goes to the top of my list, and I can get you the tracking number for it. I could scroll through, but I get so many messages. Sometimes it's hard to find people. Okay, what do I got in this pocket? Oh, hey, my pen. Been looking for that. Okay, got my wallet, got my packages, got my money, got my Stiffler hat, got my keys. There we go. Okay. Okay, so that's when they called. So let's get the time frame on that. And that was done at... Okay, I'm going to have to go make one more phone call, and I'll be right back with you guys. Sorry about that. Okay, well, that was fun. Some good news potentially there. Looks like we got somebody, sorry about the wait, guys. Looks like we got somebody ordering 50 slides from us. So that's pretty awesome. Oh, let's see, what did I miss here? Benjamin Brewer, welcome. Yep, we are Stiffler Manufacturing. We make Glock slides. We mill them out of 17-4 stainless steel, turn them into slides, clean them, sand them, Cerakote them. You can check out everything at stifflermanufacturing.com, or you can see all of our links here at our link bio. Hey, what's going on, Chanson? Let's see, that ended 8:10-ish. Okay, alrighty. Hey, thank you very much, Benjamin. And we are getting closer and closer to that 1K, so once we do hit 1K, we are going to give away one of our gun slides. Well, that's the funny thing about that, Yukon, is that most of the gun content creators know each other. Either personally, or we've just met each other at gun conventions, or we've just interacted through various lives. Like, we've met John Crump News, we've met Jack of All Trades. Hey, Shedell. Man, who else have we met? Oh, God, I feel bad. I'm feeling bad right now. Distributors and stuff as well. We've met the reps for Cerakote, Delta Team Tactical, MMC Armory. All kinds of stuff. SCT Manufacturing. Well, you know, I was looking at your channel, Yukon. You know you can go to SHOT Show as a media. You can use your gun channel as a way to go in as media. Because you're there for content. You're showing off product. You're using your channel as a form of journalism. So, yep. EDC, what's going on? EDC, I got a 43 frame. Another one. We're getting there, slowly. Hey, Ratfink, what's going on? Welcome to Stiffler Manufacturing. Got Gamage sent us a thing. Oh, if you guys don't know him, he was at GunCon in Ohio on the panel. Got Gamage. Let's see here. People liking some of our posts. Right on, right on. What messages do we have? Oh, here we go. Stiff Nation. Yep, I'll send that to you. And oh yeah, got Gamage shooting one of our old flash slides in Space War. We're gonna have to get him one of our new slides at some point. He does a lot of good gun, like, range training. A lot of range training videos, some build videos, good stuff. Okay, let's see. We got that out. Is there anybody else ordering any slides before I leave for the day? There we go. Oh, Johnny B at GunCon. I'm a little bit aware of it. It's pretty bullshit. They chose, unfortunately, a poor venue. They just probably weren't aware. Next time they should go to Arizona for their gun convention. Arizona loves guns. He and two other people weren't even allowed entry, Jansen. The owner of the venue basically trespassed them before they even got on the property. And they were there to do discussions on panels and stuff. It's pretty bullshit. Anti-gunners, man, they're everywhere, and they're petty as fuck. What are you gonna do? Gotta help build a two-way wall. Everybody's gotta support each other. Which means we also need to kick out the dirtbags. The scammers and the people just not good for the community. We gotta police our own. Heck yeah, Arizona. They should probably do it in like the spring or the fall though, so people who've never been here before like don't die from the heat. Because the sun will try to murder you. Or just dead winter. It does get cold here. Cold enough that you need to wear jackets and stuff. You'll get frost and we'll get snow occasionally. But for people visiting, it'll probably be just fine for them. I doubt we could do it at like the Tucson Convention Center, but we could probably do it at the Expo. Yeah, maybe we could do it at the Convention Center. Or they do it up in Phoenix. Yeah, the giant murder ball in the sky. Oh, we should try and link up with that one company Chanson's hanging out with. Bullseye something. Bullseye LLC, that's what it was. Because they have slides, they might not have enough. Also, they're in a different economic category for the slides, too. And quite a few are out of stock. The LBE slides, out of stock. Tactical superiority, out of stock. The Zero Delta, out of stock. Who are these? Oh, these are Glock OEMs that have been milled, out of stock. ABC Sylvan, out of stock. Adams Arms, out of stock. Zafiri Precision, out of stock. Yeah, maybe they need a new supplier. At a different price range. Because a lot of these are running at like high 200s to 300s, 400s. Zafiri out of stock. Zafiri out of stock. Sylvan Arms out of stock. Grey Ghost out of stock. Yeah, we might have to hit these guys up. If they're running low on supply or they're having trouble getting supply. And our prices are probably better too. Okay, let me star that one. Let's star that one. Let's look at sales. Don't need this email. Oh, no, I didn't see that. Yeah, I'll have to reach out to him. Probably do it on Monday. We got half the office going out and taking a break. It's been getting a little crazy at the shop, so we're taking a short bit of time off. Everyone's been working pretty hard. Have a good one, Benjamin. Stiff Nation. If I just need a large quantity of ammo, I usually just go to PSA when they're on sale. Tristan Spears, what's going on? Yeah, we need to have an FFL, be able to build. Excuse me. Damn. Oh, someday maybe. Got to keep growing. That's the issue. We need to build up money, and it don't come from nowhere. All right, there we are. Okay, no new orders. I think this will be it. Do one last check over here. Okay, let's do a quick check here. And add note. And let's see, order date was today for today. USPS. Same with this other slide over here. Today for today. Now let's check out that tracking. View order details. Add tracking information. And you are going off to North Carolina. And you are going off to Washington. There we are. All right, gentlemen, that's hour 45. I got to head off to the post office. Let's do a quick little refresh here. We are at 746 subs. That's so awesome. Getting closer to that 1K so we can do our giveaway. But thank you for everyone liking and subscribing, for commenting, for joining us. I need my phone to do that, Donjay. So once I end this, I'll be sending it to you. There we go here. Don't need that. Oh my god, all these notifications coming in at once. Hey, Valhalla Outdoors. Thanks for stopping by. Catching us right on the tail end. So check out our slides when you get a chance. We make all these here in Arizona from 17.4 stainless steel. We are going to be going to SHOT Show this January. So if you guys are going, or you're planning on going, feel free to look us up. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Hope you all have a wonderful day. And as always, stay 2A.